That was Bradford Coventry here at Odsal last season. We're up and running here on Pulse 2, and Ethan Ryan will take tackle number 1, 20 metres out from his own try line, and he'll play the ball with Joe Keys in at dummy half. So time on, game on here. Bradford in there, red, amber and black home strips. Widnes in there, green machine colours, away strip, black shorts, white socks. They will defend the South Bank stand, and Bradford will play towards the South Bank stand in this first half, and immediately they're 5 metres shy of the halfway line. Minchella will get to his feet, he'll play the ball. Hallis to Lilly, Lilly to Farrell. Farrell's brought down on the halfway line in a 3-man tackle. We've had 30 seconds gone here at Odsal, Betfred Championship round 19 fixture. Hallis back down that left hand side with Liam Kirk. Kirk's brought down on the last tackle. Hallis now to Lilly. Lilly looking to put pressure under Jack Owens. Owens takes that one from the clouds, and he's under pressure because he had Magrin and Kirk stood in front of him. Hallis comes in and he's brought down on tackle number 1 just outside his own 20-metre line. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest scores as they come in this afternoon in the Betfred Championship. As we say, we're in the final 9 games of the season, and the Widnes Vikings just moving the ball down that middle channel, and it is Jordan Johnston who's brought down in a tackle there by John Magrin and Elliot Minchella. Magrin goes into that half-back role as it goes there in that marker defence as Harrison Hansen gets Widnes to play the ball inside the Bradford half. 4th tackle gone here. Hansen gets to his feet, plays the ball out of dummy half from Ganson, along the line from Lyons there towards Sam Wilde, and Widnes on the last tackle, 35 metres out, centre field position. They're going to shift it into centre field back there with Danny Craven. Craven sends a spiralling bomb up for Pickersgill. Pickersgill deals with that one well. He runs it out from his own in goal area. He took it from the field of play and he run it right back in. And I was just going to say, the touch judge has overruled the referee, and Pickersgill did actually defuse it in his own in goal area. So it will be a tap on the 20 and a 7 tackle set for the Bradford Bulls. We've had 2 minutes gone here this afternoon on Pulse 2, and it is Bradford 0, Widnes 0, Damien.
Yeah, very good start from both sides there. 2 good sets to kick off. Good yardage, both sides, it must be said. They're rolling the ruck quite nicely. The referee's giving lots of leniency in the ruck, and it's a nice quick play, the Bulls. So as Bulls work it up towards their own half, a very solid start to the game from both sides.
Bradford on that halfway line. Hallis back down the middle with Lilly. Lilly now to Magrin. Magrin fronts up, brought down by Johnston and Hansen in a 2-man tackle. Hallis now scoops the ball up at dummy half along the line to Keys. Bradford 40 metres out, 35 metres out now as Matt Garside's upended and brought down by the former Sydney Roosters man Anthony Gelling, and he's rolled over 35 out. They're going to go on the short hand side. Keys to Pickersgill. Pickersgill inside the Widnes 20-metre line, 18 away. Last tackle here for the Bulls. Oaks in at dummy half, fires it to Keys. Keys crossfield kick, looking for Webster. Webster going to put pressure under Owens. Owens trapped in goal. Repeat set of 6, forced by the Bulls inside 4 minutes. Here we go.
Really good effort that. There's a lovely kick from Joe Keys, which is bending away from the oncoming attacking chase of Jake Webster there. Well handled, must be said there by the Widnes Vikings, but great kick chase and driven into the in-goal and dead in-goal, in fact, from Jake Webster in a great kick chase. Really good, and that's very telling, that, Mick. The first set, a great kick from Joe Keys, and the first repeat set very early in the game. Good play, Bradford Bulls.
The goal line dropout up to the Widnes 40-metre line. Ethan Ryan to Magrin on the inside. Magrin charges forward and he's brought down 25 metres out on tackle number 1. Hallis to Kirk now. Second tackle gone. Kirk's going to play the ball on the Widnes 20-metre line. Centre field. Hallis now on this main stand side towards Keys. Keys fires it out of the tackle to Garside. 3rd tackle gone. Bradford 10 metres out from that Widnes line. We've had 4 minutes gone here. They're knocking on the door, early doors, looking to turn this pressure and possession into points on the scoreboard. Play breaks down there with Pickersgill. Pickersgill's just brought down there by Craven, just to the right of centre field. It goes out on that far stand side on the edges via Farrell to Webster. Webster looks to get the ball in field there too. Farrell's offloaded the ball, but it's a knock on by the Vikings. Scrum head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. Brad Walker, who scored a try against Dewsbury midweek in the 1895 Cup. He's adjudged to have touched that one. It's the second error of the afternoon for the Vikings, and the Bulls will have the scrum 10 metres out from the Widnes line. Pulse 2 scoreboard. Bradford 0, Widnes 0.
Yeah, that was some good play down the right edge there. Jake Webster getting the ball has just been pushed into touch away, and the Bulls now playing the ball off from the scrum, 10 metres out. Big play here.
Keys! Keys has gone under the post from the scrum. He evaded those green-shirted Widnes Vikings defenders, and that will do Joe Keys his confidence the world of good. Welcome back, Joe Keys. First try of 2019. The Bulls are on the scoreboard early. 5 minutes gone. Bradford Bulls 4, Widnes Vikings 0. Take a bow, Joe Keys.
Well deserved. It was Joe Keys' pinpoint kick that forced the repeat set, which then led down to this set that the Bradford Bulls hadn't forced the error from Widnes Vikings. Joe Keys, what happens there when you set the scrum? And it was a scrum feed 10 metres out to the Bradford Bulls. Now they had a very nice deep and wide back line out to Joe Keys' left. That spread the Widnes defence as they had to number up. And Keys, a nice sleight of hand there. He turned, he opened his shoulders and looked to be throwing the long ball out there. But just a lovely little step on the inside and straightened his run. And to be fair, very poor defence there from the Widnes Vikings at the base of the scrum. They failed to break quickly, and the width of their first defender was so distant from the base of the scrum that they just left that gap there for Joe Keys. And an upright run, beautifully turned inside, and very, very well finished. As you said, Mick, his confidence will be growing extremely much well from that. Very well deserved.
Keys from in front of the post. Bradford Bulls 6, Widnes Vikings 0. Joe Keys, his first try of the season. 4 from 6 attempts against Halifax last week. His second game back. And it's looking like, Damien, he has never been away. Like a newborn duckling taking to the water for the first time. Yeah. Welcome back, Joe Keys.
He's looking on top of his game. He really is early on. It must be said, platform is everything, and it was John MACLEAN and Liam Kirk, two very strong hit-ups early in that tackle count that really set the standard. MACLEAN particularly really charging with vigour and bending the defensive line, attracting a number of defenders. As we said earlier before the start of the game, the Bulls will need to keep that going. But a really strong start from MACLEAN, very positive.
Well, there's just a bit of hold-up in play here because Danny Craven is not happy with the ball, the pressure in the ball, so that one's been kicked towards its maidstand side, and Matt Garside has took a ball off the ball boy and kicked it back to the halfway line, and Danny Craven is lining this one up on the halfway line, about to get the restart underway. So 6 minutes gone here at Odsal Stadium. Bradford 6, Widnes 0, just exactly the start that John Kay would have envisaged. So Craven's restart is taken by Ethan Ryan on his own 10 metre line. He'll return it up to the Bradford 20. Keys in at dummy half to Oakes. Oakes is brought down 25 metres shy of the halfway line, 10 metres in from this main stand side. Keys in at dummy half to Matt Garside. Garside just keeps hold of the ball under pressure there from Johnston and Chapelhough. Jay Chapelhough, he is one of the absentees for the Vikings, along with JAYDEN Hatton, who's been scoring for fun for the Vikings in 2019. The Bulls over on the far stand side, 10 shy of halfway, with Connor Farrell. His second game back since he missed the Lee game with a dead leg. And here goes Jordan Lilly. Inside support from Pickersgill. Here come the Bulls. Mitchella's away. Mitchella's going to go in. The Bulls go back to back. And that could be the try of the season. Jordan Lilly to Pickersgill to Mitchella. The Bulls lead here at Odsal. It's 10 points to 0.
Well, Mick, that's all Jordan Lilly. Beautiful on that short side. He looked to go on his outside and then poked his nose through the advantage line and found a bustling Brandon Pickersgill on his inside to his left, who was support play, beautiful support play there, as a fullback should be. Pickersgill did very well, drew the fullback. He drew Jack Owens in, got him interested, and then Elliot Mitchella locked forward, supporting up the middle of the ruck, and he's finished that very well. A good support play from the Bulls. Really important when you're on the front foot is the pushing up on your inside and outside of your support players, and that was a true testament to that there from the Bradford Bulls. Worked very, very well for them. Joe Keys lining up this kick, potentially to go out to 12 points to 0. What a start from Bradford Bulls. They're looking slick. Their ball control is excellent, and to be fair, Widnes Vikings looking a little bit flat and devoid of ideas there. It's got to be said in their body language early. Very concerning that for a team of Widnes quality early in the game.
Pulse 2 kick predictor says Joe Keys 78% chance this to add another 2 points to the Bulls total, which Keys does from just to the right hand side of the post. So early tries from Joe Keys and Elliot Minchella here at Odsal Stadium. It is the Bradford Bulls 12, the Widnes Vikings 0, as the Bulls launch a late charge to the playoffs. And as we already said, John Keir, his pre-match message for the players was all about focusing on effort, smartness, execution, consistency, look to control the game, play good rugby, and certainly strive for an 80-minute performance. First penalty in the afternoon goes to the Bulls. Danny Craven's restart has gone out on the full, and that is going to compound the Vikings further. I spoke with Kieran Purtell, and I said Adrian Purtell, then former Bradford player. I spoke with Kieran Purtell, the Widnes Vikings head coach pitch side, and he said the Bulls are a very good team. We need to be alert to the threats they will pose. We've had a busy week with 3 games, but we're confident of getting a result here today. Let's not forget the Vikings, this is their 3rd game in a week because they took part in the 1895 Cup quarter-final against the Dewsbury Rams on Wednesday. So Bradford 20 metres out from that Widnes line. PICKERSGILL's pass has been touched in flight by Joe Lyons. That is a 3rd error from the Vikings. Scrum, head and feet to the Bradford Bulls. And I must say, Damien, for the benefit of those joining us on Pulse 2 this afternoon, this has been probably the most promising start I've seen from a John Keir side and the Bulls in 2019.
No, it's been excellent, Mick. It's been very strong indeed. It's going to have the scrum feed here, 20 metres out, looking to play it off to the right. Scrum feed by Joe Keys. Hallis from the base of the scrum finds Lilly.
Lilly to Ryan. Ryan brought down by Hansen. Ryan's come up with the Bulls' first error. We put the commentator's curse on him. Ethan Ryan there was under pressure from Chapelhow and Hansen. So scrum, head and feed to the Widnes Vikings just inside their own 20-metre line here at Odsal Stadium. As we've already said, Damien, a massive game this, huge implications. We're down to the final 9 games of the season. Latest scores, it's Barrow 0, Toulouse 4, Batley 0, Toronto 6, Halifax 0, Featherstone Rovers 6, Rochdale leading Swinton by 4 points to 0, and Dewsbury have taken a shock lead against the York City Knights. They lead York 8 points to 0 after 11 minutes at Bootham Crescent. Penalty to the Widnes Vikings from that scrum, and it's Brad Walker. He was held down in the tackle. A penalty apiece. Penalty awarded on the Widnes 40-metre line. Danny Craven will send this one deep inside the Bulls' half, and now the Bulls are going to have to turn offence into defence and defend well. Gelling has ball in hand. He's Warrington Wolves bound for 2020. What a great signing Anthony Gelling is going to be for the Warrington Wolves. He'll do the marketing alone for him. Gelling's in there at dummy half. Gelling goes himself through a gap. Here goes Gelling. Gelling 10 metres out from that Bradford line. 10 metres in from touch. Gadsden, the son of former Super League referee Steve Gadsden's in there at dummy half. He's just recently joined the Vikings from Wigan, and he's trying to control that ruck, and he gives it there to Hansen. Hansen 5 metres out from the line. Gadsden in at dummy half. It goes to Lyons. Lyons out wide towards Craven. Craven with that bullet pass. A half chance there for Sam Wilde. He's brought down on top of the Bradford line. 2 tackles remaining here. We've had 10 minutes gone at Odsal. 12-0 the Bulls lead. Craven to Hansen. Hansen now underneath the Bradford post. Solid defence. Hallis comes in with Garside, and that's the last tackle. Can the Bulls hold out? Ganson in at dummy half. It goes to Lyons. Kick through. Keys has taken it, but the referee will say Keys was in an offside position. Back-to-back penalties here for the Vikings. The Bulls under the pump, and they're going to take a quick tap there from Brad Walker, but the referee, Billy Pearson, wants Brad Walker to tap it in the correct spot, which he will do now. It goes there from Walker to Chapelhow. Chapelhow's brought down underneath the Bradford post. Widnes trailing 12-0 here against the Bulls. It goes out towards Craven. Craven can't get past Magrin, can't get past Farrell. He's held up on top of the Bulls line, a metre inside the field of play. Second tackle gone. Craven will play the ball. Gadsden straight in there at dummy half. It goes to Johnston, to Lyons. Lyons tries to pirouette and go between Kirk and Garside. He's held up. He's going to be pushed dead in goal. Referee Billy Pearson says he was held up first. Momentum had stopped, and he'll go back to the 10-metre line. Third tackle gone here 12 minutes gone on the clock. Bradford still leading 12-0. Here it goes to Johnston. Johnston to Craven. Craven towards the Bradford line. He's brought down. 4th tackle gone. 1 tackle remaining here for the green-shirted Vikings. It's going to go back there towards Owens. Owens towards Hansen. Hansen's brought down on the 5th and last tackle in front of the post. Job well done for the Bulls defence thus far. Ganson out of dummy half to Craven. Chancing at the corner. They've lost the ball, the Vikings. Forward pass. He was held up short. Anyway, over on that far stand side was Lloyd Roby. But Bradford's defence, listen to the cheers. A warm round of applause. Job well done. 13 minutes gone and we hear the war cry. Pulse 2 scoreboard. Bulls 12, Vikings 0, Damien.
Yeah, Widnes Vikings really fancying themselves on that left edge attack each time they get down into that 10-metre zone of the Bulls. They got some fluid passing and they're challenging the numbers of the Bulls on that left side. Wouldn't be surprised if we see them keep going back there to that well trying to get a drink, because certainly through Sam Wild down that side, his hands are causing trouble for a flat Bulls defence there. As a half a break there now with Pickersgill up the middle, and they'll play the ball, the Bulls, just over the halfway line.
Pickersgill to Hallis. Keys kicks early. Ethan Ryan chasing this one. Too much on the kick there from Joe Keys, as Ethan Ryan was trying to skip past Jack Owens and Anthony Gelling on this main stand side. But it was all about that half break there from Brandon Pickersgill. He had committed Owens. Owens knew he had to backtrack laterally across the field on a diagonal run, and thankfully for the Widnes Vikings and Jack Owens, there was just a little bit too much on that kick behind the Widnes defensive line from Joe Keys, and it's a scrum to the Vikings 10 metres out from their own try line. We've had 14 minutes gone here at Odsal Stadium. If you're just joining us, 2 breathtaking tries from the Bulls. Joe Keys and Elliot Minchella. Referee Billy Pearson gives a penalty to the Vikings because Elliot Minchella has stolen the ball. 2-on-1, so 3 quick penalties to the Vikings here. Danny Craven's going to find touch on that far stand side, and it's worth mentioning the Vikings arrive here at Odsal with no Ash Allbott, Ryan Ince, Jay Chapel, Head Cahill, Owen Buckley and Jayden Hatton. 6 players currently injured. For the Bradford Bulls, Joe Brown, Rhys Evans, James Green, Rowan Milne, Steve Crossley and Matty Wildy. Joe Brown will play here at Odsal on Wednesday night for the Bradford Bulls reserves against Wakefield Trinity. Rhys Evans is around about 2 weeks away, and James Green a month. Crossley and Wildy, they'll be on the plane to Toulouse as Widnes are penalised on tackle number 2. 10 metres shy of the halfway line for crossing. Keys, ball in hand. He looks up. He's going to kick to touch, and here we go. The Bulls, a full set of 6, 30 metres out from the Widnes try line. It's going to be taken there by Ross Oakes. Oakes now to Garside. Garside, tackle number 1, brought down in a free-man tackle. The sun shining down here at Odsal Stadium. The perfect Sunday afternoon, and the referee will penalise Brad Walker for holding down in the tackle. This one's in front of the post, and John Keir says the Bulls, well, the kicking tee's coming on, but the kicking tee's going off now. Keys has took ownership of the situation, and he can smell 4, maybe 6 points. Here goes to Lilly. Lilly along the line to Farrell. Farrell asking questions of this Vikings defensive line, and he's rolled over 8 metres out from that Widnes line. 12-0, the Bulls lead. Hallis into the arms of Minchella to Lilly. The Bulls playing with confidence. Here goes Pickersgill. Pickersgill's lost the ball. It was a try-saving tackle from Gelling. Ryan has it. Lateral run in front of the post. 10 metres out. 3rd tackle gone. 2 in the bag here for John Keir and the Bulls. Hallis, he'll just slow it down to Minchella. Minchella's brought down on the 4th tackle. 1 remaining. Minchella, he's on his knees, 2 metres out from that Widnes line. It goes back to Keys, it goes to Pickersgill. Pickersgill on the inside, 5 metres out, last tackle. Hallis misses out Kirk, it goes to Magrin. The Bulls at 6s and 7s there, a very disappointing and flat end to that set of 6. Lilly was over on the far stand side. Keys was out of position, and it just ended up in the arms of John Magrin, the Jamaican international. And on the Pulse 2 scoreboard with Widnes Vikings playing the ball 5 metres out from their own try line with nearly 20 minutes gone here. Where has the time gone? It is Bradford Bulls 12, Widnes Vikings 0.
just a couple of instances there. That's the third time Brandon Pickersgill has found himself in wonderful positioning, getting up and supporting, playing, running good angles, but he's forced to pass when he probably hasn't needed to, or he's just making the wrong decision at the line when he gets there. But that said, he's getting in the right position in the first place, which is good from the young fullback. As a penalty again in possession there, and the Bulls are going to have a penalty 10 metres out here, right on the Widnes line again. Widnes are, they're really doing themselves no favours here, Mick. They're falling apart a little bit.
Well, that's a penalty for not playing the ball correctly. They moved off the mark. That's indescribable. That's stuff what 4-year-olds do. Here come the Bulls, though. Another chance. Pickersgill picks up a loose ball 10 metres out from that Widnes line. He's now brought down on tackle number 2. 10 metres in from this main stand side. They're going to move it down that right-hand edge, and it's going to go now with Matt Garside. He's rolled over in a three-man tackle once again. Walker and Chapel-Howe, the two defensive Vikings defenders. Here goes Magrin to Lilly. Lilly now spins out of the tackle and finds Farrell. Farrell's brought down. Third tackle gone in front of the Widnes post. It goes to Keys in front of the post to Garside. Garside's put it down. The Bulls, Damien, they've had 2 opportunities now in front of the Widnes line. If you take the 2, you go 3 scores clear, and on both occasions the Bulls have come up with an error. Very disappointing with 20 minutes gone.
Yeah, quite lackadaisical the last 2 sets there. Those passes seem a little bit like they're going through the motions there. I think the Bulls need to remember how hard it's been over the last 4 to 6 weeks of form for them to build pressure and to get sets on the opposing line and to build repeat sets. Now that they've got quite good field position in this game so far, and now that they do have plenty of possession on the Widnes line, it's important to remember how valuable it is and how hard it is to achieve, and that they don't become wasteful down at the Widnes end as they have done in those last 2 sets. There's Widnes Vikings now moving it out 25 metres out, and they'll be wanting to get to the end of their sets here. They've been coach killers for the last couple of sets and not completing, and give away 2 penalties in possession. That's a very un-Widnes Vikings style start to the game.
Penalty count 5-3 in favour of the Bulls, so 8 penalties thus far as Widnes 5 metres shy of the halfway line on the 4th tackle. They're over on the far stand side. They'll play the ball with Danny Craven, and that's the last tackle. They're still inside their own half, so once again a very strong defensive set. Here goes Craven on the last from the halfway line. That one's going to be a tricky one for Pickersgill. He traps it with his foot. It goes behind him. He picks it up, and he's brought down tackle number 1 on the Bradford 20-metre line. We've had 21 minutes gone here at Odsall Stadium. The crowd appealing for a crusher tackle there on Brandon Pickersgill. He gets up and rubs the sweat off his forehead as play continues down the middle with Sam Hallis. Hallis will go himself. Finds a support now at Garside. Garside half break. Garside's lost the ball. It's picked up by Owens for the Vikings, and Owens on the 0 tackle gives the ball some air on that left edge to Keenan Brand. He was a try scorer against the Bulls. He's one of only 2 ever presents for the Vikings in the championship in 2019, as it goes from Ganson to Hansen. Hansen's 20 metres out from that Bradford Bulls try line. In at dummy half now is Johnston. It's going to go there to Joe Lyons, and Lyons missed the Widmeet game against Dewsbury, but he had an instrumental part to play in that 28-22 win over the Batley Bulldogs last Friday. Widnes coming on this main stand side, kicked ahead. That's come off Joe Keys. Has Joe Keys got the distance? Here goes Joe Keys. It's Keys against Gelling. Superman's coming, but Keys is going to go the distance. Goodbye. Under the post, the Bulls, and Keys has a double. 16 points to 0.
Well, I mean, that's all Joe Keys. A little grubber kick put through on the right edge down here. This end is the Widnes were on the attack. He got a foot to it. He collected it at pace, and he's outpaced Anthony Gelling. He was hot in pursuit. He changed his angle a little bit as he got close to the sticks, just to give himself some more time, Joe Keys. But he's run 80 metres there, and he's finished off. That's all Joe Keys. A super one-man effort, that. And you know, a bonus try there for the Bulls. He'll go out 16-0 in the lead with a kick to come from just to the shade right of the uprights. What a start. And it's got to be said, Widnes are looking flat. They're looking devoid of ideas here. Their attitude and body language looks poor. I said it before, very un-Widnes-like performance this. But Bradford Bulls, on the other hand, it's all coming together for them. It really is. Across the park, making good yardage. Their handling has been excellent. But from Widnes' point of view, if you're giving away penalties in possession coming out of your own end, and if you're not completing your sets, every time Bradford Bulls have come at them in attack, they've been a little bit more confident, a little bit more confident, a little bit more confident. You know, they've grown a foot taller in confidence already in this first 20 minutes, the Bradford Bulls. And this is very worrying for Widnes Vikings, very worrying indeed. The floodgates, Mick, may well open here. And this could be an unexpected bonus here for the Bradford Bulls at this time of year. Talk about finding confidence. Talk about finding your rhythm against a very classy side and putting points on. This could be priceless.
Joe Keys from in front of the post, and on Pulse 2 this afternoon. Do not adjust your radio set, or if you're listening on the app, your mobile phone, it is the Bradford Bulls 18, the Widnes Vikings 0. And as we said, the Vikings, they did have that minus 12-point penalty for entering administration. They have 11 wins, 7 defeats, 10 points. The Bulls played 18, won 10, lost 8, 20 points. And Bradford very nearly come up with an error there on the restart. Ethan Ryan left the ball behind him for Ross Oakes, and Callum Busting's just come on the field. The first interchange of the afternoon for head coach John Keir. Hallis out of dummy half. Tries to go past Walker and Chapelhow, and he's going to be brought down centre field on his own 20-metre line. PICKERSGILL's in there at dummy half. It goes now towards Minchella. Minchella still going. Amazing footwork from Minchella. He's brought down by Johnston. 15 shy of that halfway line. Hallison at dummy half to Lilly. Lilly looks up, fancies a 40-20. Owens comes across. Jordan Lilly's kicked a 40-20. Everything is going right for the Bradford Bulls. More pressure on this Widnes Vikings defensive line. And Danny Craven's going to go for 10 minutes in the bin here because Danny Craven has thrown the ball away. That is absolutely self-destruct time from the Widnes Vikings. Sam Hallis was calling for the quick tap. 15 metres out. Danny Craven knew what he was doing, and Widnes now will play the next 10 minutes with 12 men. The self-destruct button well and truly pushed here. Bradford 18, Widnes 0. Hallis taps it. It goes to Lilly, to Busting. Busting's brought down on tackle number 1. 15 metres out in front of the post. Welcome back, Callum Busting. He's not played since that midweek trip up to Barrow. It goes to Lilly. Out wide to HITCHCOX. Oh, it's a strolling. The Bulls are having a party. Get the teacups, the hot dogs, the sausage rolls out. It's 22 points to 0. Sunday fun day at Oxhill.
Jordan Lilly got a lovely quick service there from dummy half, and he's cut out 2 players straight out into the breadbasket of Jai Hitchcock, who's finished without anyone getting close to him out there on the right wing. A quality ball there from Jordan Lilly. Left to right pass for our listeners, straight out onto that wing, onto the chest of Jai Hitchcock. Beautiful rugby league. And it must be said, looking over there at the dugout of Widnes Vikings, looking behind the goal in their huddle, Mick, they are gone. There is absolutely zero fight in this Widnes Vikings team. That dugout, it looks like a morgue over there. They're sitting down, there's no one on their feet, there's no effort, there's no impetus to try and change this. The players are looking around, devoid of ideas. Something's gone amiss big time here with Widnes Vikings culturally. They've got a big problem here. I don't know what it is, but there's big trouble.
I don't want to be accused of starting any rumours, but somebody has tweeted in the show saying, because Widnes have gone part-time for next season, is that having an effect on this performance?
Oh, look, I wouldn't like to, conspiracy theories abound in all sorts. I wouldn't like to go there. What I'm seeing here is a rugby league side that got off on the wrong foot today. They warmed up well. They looked all classy warming up. They looked well drilled. But the minute the first little piece of adversity came on them in this game, the minute they first gave away that little bit of ill-discipline and a penalty in possession, the minute that the Bulls went in early, it's just white flags time. There's been no impetus change or ability to change the rhythm here from the Widnes Vikings. And to the Bulls' credit, they've gone for blood. The real difference in this Bradford Bulls side could be summed up in something that happened 10 minutes into the game, Mick, that hasn't happened in months. They got a penalty down the end for the first time they had a little bit of possession. Wasn't even a thought from Joe Keys and the halves and the players and leadership group out there to go for 2 points. Straight away, let's have those 6 tackles on them. Let's go for the jugular. And that's exactly what the Bulls are doing here. It's a change in the Bulls' mentality, and it's great to watch. It's really exciting for the fans here. They're going for more. Peltier's off the bench now. Look at him, still leg driving, still hungry. This could be anything today, Mick.
Bulls 2, McLean, Damien Irving. Bradford Bulls 22. Joe Keys couldn't convert from out wide. Widnes Vikings 0. And on the restart, they're 5 shy of halfway. Hallis now goes towards Farrell. Farrell inside the Vikings half. Remember, they're down to 12 men with Danny Craven in the sin bin for the next 8 minutes after that professional fouling delaying Sam Hallis a quick tap on that Widnes 20-metre line. Here goes Callum Busting. Last tackle for the Bulls. Hallis is in there at dummy half. It's going to go to Lilly. Lilly's just going to try and pierce this one between Gelling and Owens. That one's going to hit the right hand upright. Bounces kindly for Owens, and he's going to be brought down there by Garside, and Hallis 5 metres out from his own try line. So what have Widnes Vikings got left in this first half? Anthony Gelling caught in a bit of a tailspin, floats it back there towards Owen. Owens kicked the drop goal. That defeated the Bulls back in round 8 when it was Widnes 25, Bradford 20. Controversial game. And let's not forget that Bradford's last win at home here against the Widnes Vikings, May 2012, when Brett Carney, John Bateman, Elliot Whitehead and Elliot Keir crossed the whitewash for the Bulls under Mick Potter that afternoon. Widnes just outside their own 20-metre line. Good solid defensive set here from the Bulls. Hallison busting in there at dummy half. They're going to try come down the middle with McGrath Lulawai, and McGrath Lulawai is brought down, the former Lee player. Been at Widnes since 2012. He'll get to his feet. On the last tackle, Johnston in at dummy half towards young Joe Lyons. Lyons straight down between PICKERSGILL and HITCHCOX. PICKERSGILL takes that one with confidence, and PICKERSGILL's brought down 15 metres shy of the halfway line. We've had 30 minutes gone. 4 tries to the Bulls, a brace to Keys, and tries from Minchella and HITCHCOX. And here come the Bulls. They're looking hungry. Very tenacious this afternoon. Ryan to Keys. Keys on the halfway line to Garside. Garside's brought down there by Lloyd Roby in a thunderous tackle. Gelling comes in over the top for good measure. He'll get to his feet and he'll play the ball a little bit gingerly. Peltier down the middle. Peltier carries the Bulls up to the Widnes 30-metre line. That's the 4th tackle for John Keir's side. Centre field position. Flanagan's just come on the field. Keys floats it out with the viz and the voom towards Oakes. Oakes has lost the ball, but it's come off a Widnes arm. Referee Billy Pearson, he says that is still the last tackle, and the Bulls are 15 metres out, and Keys fancies a crossfield kick, a little jink over the top, bit of reverb, a bit of a bounce. The Bulls are going to score underneath the pause. How has Brandon PICKERSGILL got that one down? It's his 4th try of the season. That was pure theatre from the Bradford Bulls.
I love a little kick there, Joe Keys. He's shaped to go deep. For our listeners, he was just in front of the sticks, about 10 metres out. He's got it on the last tackle. He's put it onto his left boot. He's shaped to go out to the wing on a deep kick. Then he maybe looked to be putting a grubber in, but what he actually did was a little chip kick straight at the right hand upright. It was about crossbar height, and as it was coming down, it looked to be maybe going dead, but PICKERSGILL was Johnny on the spot in a good kick chase, who took the ball in the air and on the bounce, and then he got it down really quickly just before he went dead in goal. He's not the most naturally gifted, balanced-looking runner of the ball or skilled-wise player, Brandon PICKERSGILL, but he's got a lovely knack of turning up at the right...
The skill level on that, though, Damien.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is he's got a lovely knack of turning up in the right spot at the right time, and he did well to get that up and get it down really quickly. A really great try, and that's a fullback's try all day long, is chasing the kick from your halfback. It's a Billy Slater move. It's all the great Brett Mullins, all the great fullbacks. You're getting in there, just following off your shoulder of your attacking half, and it was very good work there from Brandon PICKERSGILL. So look at this. The Bulls are just piling the points on there. Craven's let his side down, going in there for a very petulant 10 minutes in the bin, it must be said. Kicking the ball away from a set piece, just silly stuff. Absolutely useless time to give away a yellow card. There was no benefit in slowing anything down there. It was just a silly yellow card to give away. He's off. The points are rolling on. 28-0 to the Bradford Bulls. And I've got a feeling there's more in this before half-time, Mick.
Joe Keys, his 4th successful attempt from 5, and it's 28 points to 0 here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon. Let us know. Use the Bulls Live hashtag. You can message us on the app, or if you want to send a text in on the text hotline, start your message with Pulse 2 and send it to 65115, and we'll certainly do our best to go through all your social media replies and comments at half time. We'll also be hearing from James Green as well, who hopes to be back in around about 4 weeks for the away trip to Bootham Crescent against the York City Knights. Here in Hudsall on the restart, Callum Busting carries Bradford up to halfway on tackle number 4. Flanagan out of dummy half, he's brought down on the last tackle. 25 away, just to the right hand side of the post, it goes towards Lily. Lily kicks it straight down once again between Owens and Ganson, and here we go. Widnes, they look up and they must be looking at the scoreboard to the right. Bulls 28, Vikings 0. 5 first half tries for John Keir's side in probably the performance at this moment in time, the performance of the season. They're 20 metres out from their own try line. Here goes Jack Owens. He can't get past Bustin and Minchella. Flanagan comes in as the third man there. Now the marker defenders are Bustin and Flanagan as it goes to McGrath Lulawai. He's had zero impact, McGrath Lulawai, the former Wigan man, and he's brought down on tackle number 4, 15 shy of halfway. Widnes have gone without the ball. Minchella's picked it up. That's the zero tackle. Minchella's 40 metres out from that Widnes try line, and it's a 6th penalty of the afternoon to the Bulls. Minchella was being held down in the tackle there by young Joe Edge, who has come in place of Jayden Hatton this afternoon, and Joe Keys will just simply tap it 40 metres out, and he'll look for the running legs of Ross Peltier. Peltier is brought down 20 metres out in front of the Widnes post on his back. A loud thud there as Peltier is back slammed on his back. Here goes Flanagan. Flanagan to Keys. Ethan Ryan was calling for the kick. It goes instead through hands towards Garside. Garside's brought down on the Widnes 10 metre line. The Bulls are 10 metres out. 8 metres in from this main stand side. They go back in centre field. Lateral pass from Keys to Lily. The gaps were just about to open up, and Lily is caught in a bit of a tailspin there, like a dodgem by Jordan Johnston. Jordan Johnston brings Lily down. 2 tackles remaining of this set of 6 here from the Bulls. Flanagan out of dummy half. It goes to Ross Peltier. Down that middle channel in front of the Widnes post. We have 5 minutes to go to half time here. And that is tackle number 4 for the Bulls. Flanagan looking for redemption. Can he get the ball down? George Flanagan! He has got the ball down! He asked for redemption! He gains redemption at Hudsall Stadium! It is a 6th try for the Bradford Bulls in this first half. It is Bradford 32, Widnes Vikings 0. George Flanagan, his 5th try of the season.
Well, we talk about redemption, Mick. You know, George Flanagan made a real effort this week to apologise for his actions last week, which you know, obviously the coach had a dim view of what happened on the field last week, but he's made up for it. And what he's done there is really quality. George Flanagan likes to go from dummy half. He's got 1 or 2 a half in him where he likes to do that. Recently, he's been getting held up and maybe slowing down the attack in doing so. He picked his right moment there. It was on the back of a really good play of the ball. He did very well. 4 or 5 defenders in his way there. He's carted over. He's wrestled once he's got on the in goal and managed to get the ball down. That's a quality dummy half try and attack from George Flanagan. Well done, sir.
Joe Keys, the Pulse 2 kick predictor at 100%. Keys from in front. This one goes between the posts. Bradford Bulls 34, Widnes Vikings 0. And I just want to give a special mention to our producer in the Pulse 2 studio. It's Brooke Scaife. She's graduated with a first class honours doing her broadcasting degree, and she is going to have a lot of work to do this afternoon, putting the highlights for you that you can listen to at full time. But we're back underway here. We've got 3.5 minutes to go. The Bulls don't want half time. They just want this point scoring spree to continue and continue. And when you factor in that the Bulls in 2019, they've got the 9th worst attack. They've been averaging only 20 points per game. Well, that stat has well and truly been dumped in the dustbin and the trash can this afternoon. On the restart, the 10 metres out from their own try line. Second tackle gone as Peltier is brought down in a free-man tackle as Danny Craven comes back out there on the field from the Simbane, and an immediate impact there from Craven along with McGrath Lulawai and also Dan Norman, one of numerous homegrown players for the Widnes Vikings, because Peltier got to tackle number 2 and he's come up with an error in front of the Bradford post. 3 minutes to go here at half time, and the Bulls, Damien, at this moment in time, I think they'll actually cherish a little bit of pressure for him to soak up in defence.
Yeah, fair play here to the interchange forwards. Peltier and Buston have really picked up where Kirk and MACLEAN had left off at the start of this half. They've been going forward with abundance. Peltier and Buston have been good leg drive, a good handling from both of them, and they've absolutely done their jobs what was required to the full extent this afternoon already. Really good effort from them coming off the bench and a great impact from them both. As here, Widnes playing the ball, 10 metres out. Can they get on the board?
Craven along the line, short pass there to Walker. Walker's brought down 5 metres out from the Bradford line, and Brad Walker has lost the ball 5 metres out from that Bradford line. And look at Jordan Lilly. He's like that young excitable kid who's been taken to the seaside at the first sign of summer. He's hop skipping and jumping, and pats on the back, high fives, and that's a 5th error in this first half from Kieran Purtell's Widnes Vikings side. As we said, Widnes, they'd won 5 of the last 6 to move clear of those relegation places. They've got the 3rd best defence in the championship, and the Bulls, in this blistering first half, they have put that stat in the trash can. I tell you what, it might be difficult to pick a man of the match at this rate. So from the scrum, here goes Jai HITCHCOX. HITCHCOX on this main stand side. He's thrown the ball forward. The officials have missed it. It goes backwards to Ryan. Ryan's 20 metres out from his own line, and that is tackle number 1. They went the full length of the field there towards this main stand side. We've got a minute remaining, 60 seconds. Second tackle gone. HITCHCOX, the former West Tiger and Castleford Tigers man, is brought down 30 metres out. Here goes Matt Garside. Garside up towards the halfway line. 3rd tackle gone, and we're going to see some magic from the Bulls. The lead 34 points to 0. We've got 40 seconds remaining. It certainly has been a composed performance. A lot of cohesion out there. Last tackle on the halfway line. Keys finds touch, turns around Jack Owens, 5 metres out from the Widnes line, and there might not be time for the scrum because we've got 20 seconds remaining, and Widnes are in no real hurry to form this scrum. And why wouldn't they be? Because they're going to incur the wrath of head coach Kieran Purtell at half time. If Widnes could, they'd want to spend half time out here on the field. We've got 10 seconds remaining. We might just have time for one more play, as Joe Lyons is told by the referee that he's got to force the scrum. No, we're not. We're going to go to half time. Bradford leading by 34 points to 0. That is what she wrote in the first 40 minutes. And what a blistering first 40 minutes here at Odsal Stadium. Damien Taylor, the tape plays.
Well, the tail of tape of this is one side has turned up here this afternoon and done an excellent job in the first half. One side has not turned up, Mick. That's the tail of the tape. Two sides walking
down like the Bulls are playing like a team that hasn't been paid. Stephen Wright, this says he's listening with his little lad, and his favourite all-time Bradford Bulls player was Robbie Hunter-Paul. So hopefully, Stephen, the Bulls can do the game. Oh my word! No sooner are we back underway here at Odsal Stadium. The Vikings have dropped the ball from the kick-off. It's going to be a scrum to the Bradford Bulls, 15 metres out from the Widnes Vikings try line, and in this second half the Bradford Bulls will attack the Rewley Avenue terracing end for those that know Odsal Stadium. We'll go through the half-time scores in just a moment, but Joe Keys will feed the ball in at the scrum. 15 out, Flanagan now to Farrell. Farrell's brought down by Craven. Also Joe Lyons in a two-man tackle. The green-shirted Vikings are on the rack. They're under the pump at the start of this second half. Here we go, down the middle from Flanagan, straight to Ross Peltier. Peltier's brought down 8 metres out in front of the Widnes post, and they're going to shift it on this main stand side. It goes to Lilly. Lilly now to Farrell. Farrell's brought down in a three-man tackle. That'll take 3 defenders out of that Widnes line. Flanagan goes on this short side towards Webster. Webster's lost his footing there, and 4th tackle gone, 5 metres out now for the Bulls. Flanagan out of dummy half, it goes to Lilly. Lilly along the line to Minchella. Minchella now to Busting. Busting fronts up. Busting's brought down just in front of the post. Last tackle. They're looking for Keys. They're going to shift it to Keys on that left edge. Keys 10 metres out. They're keeping it going. It goes out right to Oakes. Oakes has got the ball down, and Ross Oakes, he scored a sensational try in at the corner. We've had 60 seconds of the second half, and the Bulls, the party starts again. It's 38 points to 0.
Well, mate, look, you know, a rugby league coach, a day in the life of a rugby league coach. Widnes have gone in there after a horrendous first half. You know, no doubt they talked about getting little things right, putting some pride back into their performance, you know, not letting themselves down. From the kick-off, a handling error, and it's easy to blame the player involved, but you know what? There was no urgency from the rest of the side to get there and help him. It was a wobbly kick-off. It was a really nice kick-off, to be fair, from the Bulls, but still, professional rugby league player needs to catch that. Knocking on from the kick-off after that first half performance, when you come out and you think you're going to change your attitude and change things, and now to concede from that set, from what must be said, was an excellent finish, a really quality finish. He had no right to get that ball down the left-hand side. But that said, I mean, Widnes Vikings, oh my dear, what a start to the second half, just when they needed to change their attitude. You know, it's a worry. It really is a worry. I can't see how they're going to alter the momentum of this game. And the Bulls have come out there and got a bonus 4 points with a kick to come as Keys lines it up now from the terrace side. That's curling back. He's going to push that to the right, though. So the score will remain 38 points to 0. And we've only just kicked off in the second half, Mick.
I was just about to say, Damien, what will have been the half-time message from Kieran Purtell. I think, in all honesty, 34-0, the game is gone. And from speaking to many coaches throughout my decade of calling games, a lot of them would have probably focused on the scoreboard's 0-0. We're playing for pride. We've got a massive game against Rochdale at home next Sunday. But oh my word, that is not the start they wanted to come up with that error. We're back underway here via the boot of Craven. Ethan Ryan takes it in the Bradford Bulls in goal area and gives it towards Callum Bustin, who's made 12 metres on that carry. Carries Bradford just outside their own 10-metre line. And Bradford really effervescent here. They're really certainly looking hungry. They don't want the point scoring to stop as Ross Peltier, he takes a huge hit on the shoulder there from Ted Chapelhow. And now Flanagan. Oh, he body checks McGrath Lulawai, and he's still going, George Flanagan. I'll ask him at full time. Do you think he's got redemption from the fans? Flanagan, he gets up a little bit gingerly, a little bit groggily. Ted Shire halfway. Mitchella to Lilly. Lilly on this main stand side towards Webster. Webster, an impossible pass. Here goes HITCHCOX. Pickersgill in support. He's going to go himself. It's HITCHCOX. HITCHCOX is brought down on the last tackle. 10 metres out. The Bulls have just gone 50 metres. Crossfield kick from Lilly on the last. Telegraph to Ryan. Ryan is caught on the shoulder, and Ryan is tackled 10 metres out from the Widnes line. Very nearly an 8th try of the afternoon for the Bradford Bulls.
Oh, wonderful play down this edge here. Jake Webster, quick hands, came through Connor Farrell to Jake Webster, both quick hands, and then they found Jai Hitchcock outside his man who made a great break down the right-hand edge there. Just couldn't link up with Brandon Pickersgill, who was looming up in support, and he probably should have found him there, Jai Hitchcock. He'll be a little bit disappointed that they didn't finish that off. From the play of the ball then, it was the 5th tackle, and Jordan Lilly has kicked it deep to the left-hand side, trying to find Ethan Ryan, but they just wasn't able to connect with him there. But a very, very good attacking set, and real worrying signs for the Widnes Vikings again, with the ease that the Bulls got outside them there.
Widnes Vikings just inside the Bradford half. We've not said that too many times this afternoon. Jordan Johnston fires it to Lloyd Roby. He has 8 tries for the season. Widnes staring at that big fat 0. They're on the last tackle. Back to the halfway line. Craven, high, hanging kick. Pickersgill under pressure. Pickersgill takes it. And here goes Brandon Pickersgill up to the Bradford 10-metre line. A quick play of the ball. Ethan Ryan goes probing on that left-hand edge. I've just forgot. We forgot to do our big bold Pulse 2 predictions. We'll have to do them at the end for next week. As Jai Hitchcox keeps the ball alive. It now goes to Ross Peltier. Peltier goes to... Well, Peltier is still going. And he's up to halfway. I thought he'd just managed to get the ball out, but a spectator was just coming back from half-time with some beverages, and it was still Big Ross charging forward. Here we go. Webster now in possession. Gets up a little bit gingerly, just looking at that left leg is okay. Lilly and Bustin, almost comical. The collide, 40 metres out from the Widnes line. That was off script. Callum takes the Bulls 30 out now on the last. Lily kicks ahead once again, looking to put young Joe Edge under pressure, and Edge will be wrapped up 10 metres out from his own try line. We had a message from Lewis Sale, unfortunately not at the Bulls game this afternoon. He was watching Elbow at Peace Hall, but the next best thing is listening to the game caller and Damien Irving on Pulse 2. Same again for the next 40 minutes, please. And Matthew Milnes has messaged on Facebook, and he says, I've not listened to a performance like this all season. Can somebody ask John Keir in the post-match press conference where this performance has come from? I certainly will. I tell you what, Matthew, I'll make that the first question. Widnes, they're on their last tackle on their own 40-metre line. It goes back to Craven. Oh my word, that's a torpedo! PICKERSGILL! Oh, he's diffused everything! I tell you what, the SWAT team, they'll be coming down the Oddsall Hills in a minute, and they'll be taking him off to diffuse bombs. PICKERSGILL up to the Bradford 20-metre line, centre field. It now goes to Lily out of dummy half to Ryan. Ryan's brought down in a free-man tackle. The Pulse 2 scoreboard says Bulls 38, Vikings 0. Lily out of dummy half, finds Oakes. Oakes now trying to capitalise on some very lazy Widnes defence. They're not going back the 10, and that's allowing the Bulls to get over the advantage line. Here goes Garside, fourth tackle gone. The referee now urging Widnes to go back the 10. Here we go. Flanagan to Lily, to Peltier, to Farrell, to Webster, along the line. Webster gets it to HITCHCOX. HITCHCOX, Sterling room, gets a miracle ball to Webster. Now it goes to Farrell. Farrell inside support. PICKERSGILL wrapped up, 15 metres out, in front of the Widnes post. Quick play the ball. They're on the rack again. It goes from Lily to Keys. Keys probing. That's touched a Widnes hand, and that will be a turnover in possession. The pass was forward from Keys. He was looking to send Oakes and Ryan in that far stand corner underneath the touchdown stand, and with 50 minutes thereabouts gone here at Oddsall Stadium, that Pulse 2 scoreboard says Bradford 38, Widnes 0. Damien Irving.
Yeah, look, really free-flowing again down this right-hand side. Some wonderful wing play from Jai HITCHCOX to keep that ball alive. The Bulls are getting outside the Widnes defence at will now, Mick. They're choosing to go around them, and they're being able to do it. That's not something that you can arrest easily if you're a defensive side, and really worrying signs for the Widnes Vikings. I think the only way Widnes are looking like getting points probably is that high kicking game, which is quite special. It's really putting Brandon PICKERSGILL under a lot of pressure. He doesn't look at all comfortable underneath the high balls, but nevertheless, as I said before, he might not look comfortable, but he's effective. He's doing it. He's diffused all those bombs, and they'll keep trying him out there because there's a bit of a breeze, and those high spiralling kicks are causing him a little bit of trouble. As I said, I think that's the only card that Widnes can really draw on to try and bust this Bulls defence at the moment.
Widnes 30 metres out from the Bradford line. Craven, nicely timed pass as it goes towards Roby. Roby, though, brought down by Lily. Roby's into touch. He's rolled over, and he gets a taste of the advertising hoardings. And listen to the cheers here at Oddsall Stadium. The music, a bit of Queen playing in the background. And oh my word, the Bulls are certainly rocking the Vikings here at Oddsall Stadium. Great defence, Damien. And as the time continues to tick down, they're going to keep looking up at that big fat zero, and they're going to use that for motivation.
Oh, it's a great point, Mick. You talked about what the Widnes Vikings coach might say to his team at half-time when the game is, 30 points adrift at half-time. Also, what does John Keir say to his side? And I think a feature of what John would have been saying, or any coach worth his salt would have been saying, there's nil up there against you at the moment. No one's got past your line. A big feature of this second half is retaining that. Your defensive prowess is what we're going to look for. There's discipline involved in that. There's attitude. And certainly that effort to come in numbers and rally around to push someone into touch early in the tackle count there shows that I think the Bulls are very desperate to keep that defence intact. And that's a really good target for the Bulls side to have when they've had such a lead in the first half.
Flanagan's gone without the ball as Ross Peltier plays it on the Bradford 40-metre line. Flanagan's up and over halfway. I tell you what, George, Flanagan's going to be in man of the match contention. Keys out of dummy half to Garside on that left edge. Bullet pass towards Ryan. That's gone forward. Referee Billy Pearson, whistle to lips, forward pass. Here we go, calm down, sit back down. Scrum head and feet to the Widnes Vikings, 15 metres shy of the halfway line on the Widnes 35 metre line. We have had 52 minutes gone here at Hudsall Stadium. Just the Ross Oakes try after half time, the difference. And Ross Oakes now has 4 tries for the season. And his kick return last week, 96 metres from 11 carries. I tell you what, you talk about Rhys Evans, Damien, coming back from injury. At this moment in time, I can't see Rhys Evans getting back in this side.
Oh, look, Ross Oakes has been a stalwart. He really has. He's so consistent and he does such a great job. The edge back rowers in Farrell and Garside in that sort of pseudo centre position are doing a great job as well. So, look, again, we've just seen here now the Bradford Bulls have again pushed Widnes into touch through mustering, scrambling defence early in the tackle count. There's only one thing that provides that, Mick, and that's attitude. That's a concerted decision mentally and with attitude to say we're going to dominate this game defensively. When it's a tight game, you can understand that kind of commitment to defence. You really can, because every point counts. When there's such a points difference, and to still see that, gee, that's a good sign for the Bradford Bulls. There's a character in this squad, absolutely, and it tells you they're listening to what their coach has said at half time. He would have set some goals for this half, some missed tackle stats, some goals, some yardage goals, to make sure they're not wasteful with this opportunity that they've got here. Keep looking after the detail. Keep completing your sets, doing everything you kept doing, because it's about building into the next week and next month now, and this is a magnificent platform. As here they go.
Joe Keys is over the Widnes line, and he now has the hat-trick. Widnes, they've lost the ball, they've got it to touch, they questioned the integrity of the match official, and Billy Pearson, he'd had enough. It was a 7th penalty of the afternoon to the Bulls, and the Bulls, they moved it down the middle with the big men. Garside busting Peltier, and now Joe Keys has a hat-trick, and it's 42-0. The try scored right in that far stand corner, and Joe Keys, he is going to be in contention for the man of the match, and the Bulls now running clear and running away with this one this afternoon.
26 minutes to go on the clock here, Mick. And 42-0 with a kick to come. Joe Keys is having a whale of a game, there's no doubt. But every minute this boy plays at the moment to him will have been a bonus. He would have seen a long injury run, which he came back from. And he's getting game time under his belt, and this is quality game time. He's got time on the ball. We said last week he showed a lot of poise. He really altered the course of the game for his side, and he's doing that all day long here today. He's kicking goals, he's drilling them around. Jordan Lilly has grown an extra leg whilst he's playing outside of Joe Keys. Really positive signs here for the Bulls for the rest of the season as Keys lines this up now.
From that far stand touchline, Joe Keys, everything he touches this afternoon is turning to gold. It's 44-0 here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. Mick Leddell, Damien Irvine. It's 44-0, 8 tries from the Bulls, and Joe Keys will be taking the match ball home because he has a hat-trick. Elsewhere in the Championship, Barrow 6, Toulouse 24, Batley 6, Toronto 30, Halifax 6, Featherstone 14, it's Rochdale 16, Swinton 20, Sheffield 6, Leigh 16, and the York City Knights, they were trailing 14-0. They've awoken and they lead Dewsbury by 20-14. Bradford on the restart. They're over on the far stand side. 25 out from the road try line. Referee says Flanagan's knocked it on. So here we go. Widnes will have head and feed at this scrum. Bradford's 5th error all game for a knock-on by George Flanagan, and Widnes will have the scrum 25 metres out from the South Bank stand side. 56 minutes gone here at Hudsall, approaching the hour mark. There's still 24 minutes remaining as the sun continues to shine down on Hudsall, shine down on the Bulls scoreboard as Widnes look for some points. Good quick fast hands there as Roby juggles with the ball and gives it to Keenan Brand, and Brand's wrapped up on tackle number 1. In at dummy half is Jack Owens. Owens decides to go down the middle with Johnston. Johnston keeps it going. It goes towards Hansen. Harrison Hansen's brought down, the former Wigan and Salford man. Once upon a time he was Super League's top tackler with 806 in 2008. Widnes have lost the ball. It's another error. Their 11th error of the afternoon. It's going from bad to worse for Kieran Purtell and his Widnes Vikings side, because at 44 points to nil, you've just forced the Bulls into an error. 25 out from your opponent's line, a chance to suck up some of that pressure, and now the Bulls are going to come back at the Vikings. Flanagan out of dummy half to Peltier. Peltier's brought down 15 metres shy of the halfway line on the Bradford 35. 10 metres in from that far stand side. It's going to go to Flanagan, to Busting. Well, he's made a bit of a slight impact there against some tough Vikings defence. Was there a bit of afters there? Referee looks on as the ball goes towards Midchella to Garside. Garside's brought down on the halfway line. He's lost the ball. Matt Garside picked up by Ross Peltier, and the referee now is going to stop the clock because Ross Peltier, he's done his ankling, Damien, and Ross didn't need to dive on the... I can't describe it, but Ross really didn't need to do that there to get that ball.
This is a big worry, Mick. The big man, he's got a huge heart, Ross Peltier. There was a loose ball down there and he scrambled to get it, and he looks to have just awkwardly twisted as he's gone down on the ground, and of real concerns. The doctor's straight out there. The referee and players saw it straight away, even before he'd hit the ground or called out, which is always a bad sign. It looks to be something on his left leg there, but he's going to get up to his feet. So I think looks like just a roll of the ankle there, precautionary, which is fantastic because the signs weren't great there initially. He's got Gareth Carvell there with him and the doctors, but he's going to walk off. He's nimbly look, that's a great sign. Tells me he's probably just rolled his ankle there and thought the worst, but a little sprain or something there. But touch wood, there's nothing more serious, but they don't generally let a player of his size walk off if there were any concerns. Great news. And the Bulls are going to play the ball now 40 metres out.
Matt Garside will play the ball. It is the last tackle. Lilly straight down the throat there of Keenan Brand. Brand takes that on the full, on the 20 metre line, returns it up to his own 30 metre line. And they've lost the ball again, and that's an error after that tackle from Mikey Wood there, and also Liam Kirk. And look what it means to Liam Kirk. That's a 12th error this afternoon from the Widnes Vikings. The Bulls, the hunting the half century here at Odsal for only the second time. And as we said in the pre-match amble, the Bulls looking for an 8th win at Odsal in a row, and they're looking good this afternoon. Fortress Odsal is certainly going to play a huge part in Bradford's aspirations of a top 5 playoff finish. Here we go then, from the base of the scrum. It's HITCHCOX, tackle 1. HITCHCOX, he has 3 tries in his last 2 outings now. Down the middle it'll go with Kirk, tackle number 2. 18 metres out from the Widnes line. We've had 59 minutes gone here at Odsal. Keys on that left edge towards Garside. Garside brought down there. Hansen and Johnston, the 2 defenders, they have to hastily retreat as Garside gets to his feet and plays the ball. Flanagan looks up, finds Keys in front of the post to Kirk. Kirk's brought down 10 metres out. 1 tackle remaining here for the Bulls. They go on that short-hand edge towards Joe Keys. Keys looking lively. They've just gone without the ball, and that's an error there from the Bradford Bulls from Matt Garside. Keys holds his hand up, and it will be scrum head and feet to the Widnes Vikings with an hour gone here at Odsal Stadium. Bradford Bulls 44, Widnes Vikings 0.
Yeah, just forcing the pass there off the hip, Joe Keys. There was a pressure ball right at the line to play. You don't mind seeing that, though. Joe plays very well at the line, attracting defenders in, but that one's gone to ground. You want to see the Bulls now just go on with it. They need to keep this attacking fluidity. They need to keep and think about next week. Just get these combinations, maintain the combinations. It's been a great 60 minutes of rugby league from them. Really impressive. And Widnes, look, they're devoid of ideas, and this is a defence, swarming defence again. 3 Bulls now, as Widnes coming out off their 10 metre line. They got it up to the 20, but have been driven back by 3 Bulls defenders, while leading 44-0, and that's the effort and attitude in defence. Really pleasing, that is. And here he goes again.
Here we go again.
Exactly the same.
And it's Busting and Garside Kirk's in there, and they've lost the ball again, the Widnes Vikings. I don't believe it, it's deja vu. That now a 14th error. Their completion rate must be below 50%, and John Keir's side, with 19 minutes remaining, they've got a full set of 15 metres out from that Widnes Vikings try line. And as we said, the Bulls, 7th in the table, they're going to move up to 22 points. Their points for and against was minus 13. This afternoon they're going to move into the positive. It's just a case of how many, because there's still 19 minutes remaining on the clock. Play back underway, it goes out wide to Keys towards Oakes. Oakes 10, 5 metres out from that Widnes Vikings try line, and the Bulls hunting a 9th try of the afternoon. Flanagan talking towards the halfbacks of Lilly and Keys, and Flanagan is bamboozled everyone. It's the show and go, and this is now turning into a training session for the Bradford Bulls. 48 points to 0.
Yeah, quality from George Flanagan there. What he's done is he's thrown the big dummy to come out to the back line, and everyone's gone for that dummy in the Widnes defence. He's straightened up and strolled over from dummy half. A real feature of his plays, he goes from dummy half, George Flanagan. His choosing when to go hasn't always been the most effective this year. Sometimes he's chosen off a slower play the ball, or when it wasn't ideal, when the markers were set to go from dummy half. Not today. He's gone twice and he's scored twice from it. Really good selection of when to go from dummy half. Great poise and reading the match there to do that. Absolute quality from George Flanagan there. Again, more points. The Bulls have been based down that line and they're getting points from it. Widnes, look, they're defeated. They're just standing there behind that goalpost, hands on hips, looking around for ideas as Joe Keys lines this up. 10 metres to the left of the uprights, 10 metres out. Very kickable for Joe Keys, this one. 48 points to 0, kick to come.
Joe Keys to bring up the half century here at Odsal Stadium, which he does. 7 from 9 attempts. Flanagan now, he has 6 tries for the season, and he has got a double. And you won't bet no love the money of him getting a third and taking the match ball home. But you could see what was happening there, Damien. You described it perfectly. Flanagan 2 metres out from the Widnes line. He's pointing at Lilly and Keys, and Widnes, they all looked. The gap opened up and away he went in for 4 points.
You'd never play a game of cards with George Flanagan. He's got a sleight of hand and he sold that beautifully well. A really wily, good performance there as a dummy half. He's excellent at it. Buston now returning the kick-off. Gets to the 10 metres. I think what's happened is John Keir has set some goals for the team at half-time, because the way they're celebrating their defensive wins, when they're rushing up and forcing errors through defensive attitude, I honestly think that John said something to them, because they're celebrating every time they force an error. Every time they drive the Widnes defensive line back in defence, they're celebrating as if it were points. So I think there's been some sort of a motivation there given to them. As HITCHCOX makes a run up there, he finds the 30-metre line. It's going to be a quick play of the ball, and again, it can't be long before someone from Widnes finds himself in the sin bin here as they infringe yet again, and the Bulls trying to get a quick play of the ball.
And a 9th penalty now to Bradford. This one's awarded 30 metres out from their own try line. Jordan Lilly's going to find touch on the halfway line, so the Bulls are going to have a full set of 6 inside the Widnes half once again. We've had 63 minutes gone on the clock. 17 minutes remain here at Odsal. Can we just say a big hello to Phil Turner from Gary and Tim, who are sat in front of the press benches here. So they say hello to Phil Turner, who's in Italy and he's missing his first game in 8 years. And Gary and Tim have got a message for you, Phil. Sorry it's so good.
I've got a message. Stay in Italy, Paul, if this is how good we go when you're there.
Here come the Bulls, 30 metres out from the Widnes line. That has got everybody in the main stand in stitches. It goes out to Keys. Keys has Garside on the outside, finds PICKERSGILL instead. PICKERSGILL along the line to Oakes. Oakes back on the inside to PICKERSGILL. Hot potato stuff. Here goes Bustin. Bustin's brought down 10 metres out, but it's a quick play of the ball. Hat-trick time for Flanagan. Oh my word. Flanagan's this run straight into the post. The post absolutely shaking. You can feel the vibrations from here. The referee will stop the clock, and George Flanagan is going to shake the head, and he's going to play the ball in front of the post, but on will come the Bradford Bulls physio, just making sure there's no concussion. Flanagan went charging towards the Widnes line. He gets the thumbs up, and this will be the last tackle for the Bulls. The lead, Widnes by 50 points to 0. Wooding at dummy half to Keys, to Ryan. Ryan, what can he do on that left edge? He's brought down in a great tackle by Joe Edge, and it remains 50 points to 0. I was just going to say, if you're going to do a fact pack and a checklist, only thing that this game's missing now is probably an Ethan Ryan try in the corner. 15 minutes to go to full time here at Odsal Stadium. Widnes have I just thought they'd lost the ball again there, but it's Anthony Gelling who's been brought down, but the referee was just stopping the clock. Gelling gets up a little bit gingerly. He heads towards the sideline. Owens is brought down on the Widnes 20-metre line, and it's time back on here at Odsal Stadium. 50 points to 0. I keep having to look up at the scoreboard, and perhaps I don't need to book an optician's appointment tomorrow, because I've not seen a 50 points to 0 here at Odsal for many a year. Michela, he's stolen the pass. He's picked the pocket of the Widnes Vikings, and Elliot Michela will stroll and stride the ball home. It's another try. It's a 10th try of the afternoon for the Bradford Bulls, and it's 54 points to 0. The Vikings, they're crumbling here at Odsal Stadium.
Yeah, well deserved that, Elliot Michela. He's been a leading light today, he really has. A lot of the work he's been doing, that effort work, cleaning up things, diving on the loose balls when Widnes have come up with the errors, often goes unnoticed, but today he's been absolutely class at all of those areas. He's running the ball at will, his offloading's been phenomenal, and look, you know, that's well deserved. He sniffed out that play on the left edge of the Widnes Vikings, just on the 40-metre line. They've gone a short ball. Michelo's intercepted it. He's run right off the hip of the Widnes attack, and he's gone and scored in the right-hand corner here to take the points to 54 points to 0. Kick to come. He hasn't helped Joe Keys though here, Elliot. He stayed out in the corner to plant the ball down, and Joe Keys has got this kick. He's going to be about 3 metres in from the right-hand touchline, kicking to convert to make it 56 points to 0.
Halifax 6, Featherstone 18, York 20, Dewsbury 14. We're on air till 5 o'clock tonight. We'll certainly work out all the permutations of where the Bulls are in their hunt to get back in the top 5, but this result is going to do them the world of good. Pulse 2 kick predictor, 64%. Keys, it's just caught the wind, and it's between the posts from this main stand touchline, and I'm going to ask Joe Keys at full time. I've not played the lottery for years. Give me 6 numbers. You know what? I'll be a millionaire next week.
Look, he's a player on great confidence. He's only back 3 weeks from a long-term injury, and he's playing like he's been the form player all year. Takes some talent to do that. It takes some professionalism, some preparation. And fair play to him. He's deserving of every single try and point he gets today. It's the end of a really big rehabilitation period for him, and he's playing, as I said, like he's been here all year and carving up sides like this today all year. Full credit to Joe Keys. Here we are as Flanagan into dummy half now, 20 metres out. HITCHCOX hitting it up.
Phil Turner, I know you're in Italy. Can you lose your passport? We don't want you back. Bringing any negativity back to Odsal. I'm only joking. Glad you enjoyed the commentary this afternoon, Phil, in Italy. 56 points to 0. Everything going right for the Bradford Bulls. Flanagan now to Wood. Wood, who was on loan at the Bulls last season. He signed a 2-year deal. He's going to play the ball in front of the Widnes post on the 40-metre line. Here goes Magrin. Magrin's back on for the final 13 minutes. It's going to go back to Keys. Keys looking for Ryan. Ryan against young Joe Edge. Ryan's got the ball. Ryan's 5 metres out, and he's brought down in a last grasp tackle. That was very nearly try number 11. 56 points to 0. 12 minutes to go. Damien Irvine, 4 players for the man of the match, Paul.
Probably the toughest question all afternoon, Mick. That, to be fair, we've got a side here, a home side leading 56 points to 0 with 11 minutes on the clock. Very, very difficult to single out players in this, let alone 4 players. I have to look at really where the platforms come from and what was required, and I've been making sort of, ticks against players' names here as they've done good things all day, and there's just a monster number of ticks next to all the players. I've got to put the 6 and 7 in there. Jordan Lilly and Joe Keys, both, from the start of this game, have worked together. They've worked with full class. Hang on, here we go.
Here goes Liam Kirk. He's been charged down to Michela. Michela's going in. It's an 11th try for the Bradford defence. It was a last tackle play, 30 metres out from the road line. The boot to ball. It ricocheted off a Vikings player who was stood in front. The referee did allow the advantage. It was picked up by Kirk. Kirk found the support on the inside from Michella, and Michella touches down for his second try of the afternoon, his 7th of the season, and that one now is just to the right hand side of the post. And I think I've just done Michella a disservice. It's actually his 3rd of the afternoon. He's got a hat-trick, and he now will take the match ball home along with Joe Keys. This has been some performance. 60 points to 0. It's a procession.
It is, Mick, and look, just getting back there, and you know, as the two halfbacks, Keys and Lilly, would be in the top 4. I've got to put Elliot Minchella in there. I think he's been across the board and one of the standouts all game. I'd like to put all 4 props in there. I think they've been excellent. You know, the starting 2 props and the boys on the interchange bench as well. I can't single them out. I think they've all done really, really well. But I think, you know, you probably have to include George Flanagan in there. I would go with Keys, Lilly, Minchella and Flanagan, somewhere around there as a man of the match. But to be fair, there's 17 players out there that deserve it today.
Joe Keys from in front, 9 from 11. Joe Keys this afternoon, he scored a hat-trick of tries, and he has 9 from 11. 30 points. A 30-point personal haul from Joe Keys, and it's 60 points to 0. And the Bulls, you get the feeling they're in the mood. There's 10 minutes remaining. They want this point scoring to continue. And I tell you what, how is this for a big dose of karma? It's Halifax 18, Featherstone 18. Halifax could be about to have a late comeback at the Shea. And what would that do if Featherstone lost a second game on the bounce? I tell you what, players that should not get involved in other clubs' business, just stick to playing on the field. Here goes Lilly. Lilly's brought down 8 metres out from the halfway line. He's dumped to the turf. Quick play the ball. He doesn't argue with the referee. He just gets on with it. And now it goes out from Flanagan to Wood. Wood's on the halfway line. Last tackle, says referee Billy Pearson. Flanagan, Lilly. Oh, Lilly takes the line on. Lilly sees something. Half break, kicks behind. Roby, picked up by Owens. Owens to Roby. Roby was on the inside, and he's brought down there by Farrell, Minchella and Lilly. And Widnes are going to have the ball 10 metres out from their own line, and he's just gone down there in a bit of a difficult position as young Lloyd Roby. And he's just, he's going to get the OK from the referee, so time back on. It's Rochdale 22, Swinton 28, still York 20, Dewsbury 14, and in the Super League, I've just managed to get the Super League scores up. Castleford 20, London 4, and it's Leeds 24, Catalans 12. So, Rhys Martin announced this morning from the Canterbury Bulldogs. He has perhaps given the Leeds Rhinos a lift, albeit is currently on the plane heading to Headingley for that game against Castleford next week. Here come Widnes out of dummy half. They're playing right to the end, and it's a half break. Here we go. Jacob Dugdale finds the support. He's gone down, and what a tackle that is from the Bradford Bulls. It's Ethan Ryan. They're on the last tackle now. 20 metres out in front of the post. It goes towards Lloyd. Has that touched Ross Oakes? It's back to 1. 62-0. 7 minutes remaining. And Widnes, they have a full set of 6. 10 metres out from the Bradford line. Can they get points on the board? Here goes McGrath Lulawai charging it in. He's been a stalwart for the Widnes Vikings. 7 seasons, good service. It goes now along the line towards Johnson to Craven. Craven out to Owens. Chancing at the corner for Roby. Roby's in. Oh my word. Roby's lost the ball. It was Elliot Minchella. Try saving tackle. He attacked Roby's arm. The ball's come loose. And that big fat 0 remains on the Pulse 2 scoreboard. 62-0. This is a performance for the ages.
Well, the Bradford Bulls have defended that as if it were a game that was in the balance, and it were 10 points all. They really, really desperately want to keep this as a 0 scoreline for Widnes. There's no doubt about that. And the attitude that they've shown there in defence, desperately protecting their line as if it were 0-all. absolutely fantastic, and the fans are really appreciating that and respecting the effort they've going here to in defence, despite the big scoreline. Very, very proud defence here from the Bulls. Excellent play.
Bradford just inside their own 20-metre line. Flanagan to Oakes. Oakes is brought down just outside the Bradford 20-metre line. The man of the match poll currently on there. Get voting away. We'll certainly get the thoughts of the man of the match as chosen by you at full time, and that'll be uploaded onto either the Audio Boom or the SoundCloud account. But here goes Lily. Lily now to Farrell. Farrell, he's brought down by Keenan Brand, one of the only ever presents in this Widnes Vikings side. He's on the Bradford 40-metre line. The Bulls just starting to look a little bit jaded and tired now. It's been a massive performance, a lot of energy applied this afternoon, and with 5 minutes remaining, they're on the last tackle on the halfway line. Lily once again is going to kick in between Edge and Owens. Owens will allow the ball to bounce. He'll take it on his own 15-metre line. He'll carry it outside of the Widnes 20, and he's brought down on his own 25-metre line over on that far stand side. He gets up a little bit groggily, a little bit gingerly. In there at dummy half it goes to Edge. Edge on tackle number 2. He's lost his footing and he's dumped on his back in a 2-man tackle. Good defence there from Liam Kirk and Matt Garside. Widnes, they're looking for some divine inspiration here as Lloyd Roby is brought down on the 3rd tackle. Here goes McGrath Luluai along the line. It's going to be quick hands to Brand. Brand's brought down. No, Brand's escaped the clutches, and here goes Keenan Brand. Kicks over the head of PICKERSGILL. PICKERSGILL's being pushed. Minchella picks it up, and here come the Bulls now. There's open field ahead. Minchella to HITCHCOX. HITCHCOX puts the fend in. Lily directs him and says, go that way, mate. And HITCHCOX is brought down 5 shy of the halfway line. He's brought down. He's lost the ball. And that is going to be scrum head and feed to the Widnes Vikings. It won't really matter. Bradford 7th error in this game this afternoon. And it's a scrum head and feed to Widnes. 5 metres inside the Bradford half. And it is still playing at the share. It is 18 points apiece. A win for Halifax would perhaps give them a little bit of a chance of the 5, and it would mean 2 consecutive defeats for Featherstone Rovers. It's Barrow 6, Toulouse 30 and Batley 10, Toronto 36. And no sooner have Widnes got a scrum inside the Bulls half, they can't make it to tackle number 1 because the defence of Garside, Oakes and Farrell have seen Widnes go into touch. It is a 15th error of the afternoon for the Vikings, and the Bulls will have the scrum 15 shy of halfway. Pulse 2 scoreboard if you're just joining us. Where have you been? Bradford 62, Widnes 0.
Yeah, look, this game's just petering out a little bit here, although the Bulls are still, they're desperate to keep this line intact, and it's a great testament to their attitude and control, very much so. Widnes, they're trying, they really are trying. They're coming out with some big hits now in defence and just trying to win a few points late in the game, but wow, it's a long week ahead for them. I mean, where they go from this performance, I don't know, Mick. Really worrying signs for the side, as Jake Webster now finds Ethan Wright down on the left wing, pushing down onto the 30-metre line as they come out to attack the Widnes line. Is another try in them. 2 minutes 48 remaining, Mick.
Webster in at dummy half to Garside. Garside puts the fend in. Lloyd Roby and Jacob Dugdale. His first appearance of the season against Batley last Friday. His first away trip of the season, and it's a massacre. Here goes Lily towards PICKERSGILL. PICKERSGILL goes through a gap, and he's brought down 12 metres out. Last tackle here at Odsall Stadium in the dying embers of this one. Lily on the last. Oh, he's taking the Vikings line on. Finds Farrell. Farrell's allowed to pass the ball to Flanagan. Flanagan kicks into the in-goal area. Too much on it from Flanagan, and that will be a 7-tackle set coming up here for the Widnes Vikings. It was 34-0 at half-time. Bradford have added 5 tries in this second half and another 28 points. It's the biggest win of the season, and what that does for the season, who knows, but we know that the Bulls, they face a tough assignment in the south of France against Toulouse next Saturday night. I'm packing the suitcase, I'm off on my holidays, I'll try and send you as many pictures of the French culture. But we will be live on air next Saturday evening from 6 p.m. Full match build-up and commentary from Blagnac, where Toulouse play their home games. Widnes are on the halfway line. It's going to go back in centre field, and they're looking for options now. And this saying the Vikings, you talk about the Bulls looking a little bit tired. I think the Vikings just want to head back on the coach and head back to Cheshire. They've had a horrid afternoon, and certainly one that puts them back in that relegation battle. A late try for Featherstone against Halifax at the Shade, 22-18. Widnes, they're on the Bradford 30-metre line. Craven, tester for Pickersgill. Pickersgill deals with that one with the sun blazing down on his face, and we have 50 seconds remaining here at Odsal Stadium. Dane Chisholm has added the conversion, so it's 24 points to 18. A late try there, heartbreak for Simon Griggs and Halifax. That is pretty much their season over. Here goes Webster. Webster's brought down on his own 20-metre line. The man of the match sponsor is Joe Keys. Looks like we're going to be interviewing a very happy John Keir at full time. Jay HITCHCOX has lost the ball. It's gone backwards, says referee Billy Pearson. Garside's now knocked the ball on, and we have 15 seconds remaining. I don't think there's going to be time for the Vikings or the Bulls to form the scrum. Listen to the crowd. They're going to count us down here at Odsal Stadium. The biggest win of the season for the Bradford Bulls and John Keir, and their march towards the playoffs continues. Back-to-back wins against Halifax and Widnes. They will travel to Toulouse on Saturday evening full of confidence, and you've got to say, Damien Irving, the effort, the smartness, the execution, more importantly, the consistency was in that performance this afternoon.
Bradford Bulls have come here today and they've absolutely left nothing at all on the pitch. It has been the most comprehensive performance in a long, long time for the Bradford Bulls. Not only clinical in attack, they finished